Now, before we get into this entertaining video, we would just like to remind you to like and subscribe.
Yes, please do like and subscribe.
Sunflowers!
Hello, my little munchkins, crones, and sunflowers. How are you? Well, I'm back and I want to do a reading on Blake Lively. What I want to know is she mean? Because, I saw her in this movie and it was called The Favor. And I think she's, and I've seen it in other movies too, but that's the one that's standing out for me. And I thought that she was so beautiful. And it's hard sometimes to believe that these beautiful Scarlets are snobs or mean girls. And I want to know, is she a mean girl? A mean woman? She's Taylor Swift friend. She hangs around with Taylor Swift. And I can't imagine Taylor Swift being mean. I can't. I don't know them. I'm just saying Taylor Swift, I can see Taylor Swift being catty, but not mean. She's a Sagittarius.
That's okay.
Yeah, for Sagittarius can be, very loving and giving, don't you think? And nurturing.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't see that from a Sagittarius. What do you think, baby?
From a Sagittarius?
No.
Maybe generous and giving, yes.
Maybe generous and giving, but I could see her being catty, but I can't see her being mean. I'm talking about Taylor Swift. And so this is the girl pack. And, speaking of Taylor, I'm going to get back on Blake for a minute, but this just ran across my mind. Why is Taylor still touring? I thought that her and Beyonce toured together, doing their own judge. Mm-hmm. But why is Taylor Swift out there still working?
I don't know.
Why is Taylor Swift out there, in my opinion, putting her life on the line? Why? I get it. These are my followers. I get it. But I thought that she did all of this already. What's happened? Wasn't her and Beyonce? Didn't they make videos and you could see it in the movies with their fun? I don't understand why she's still touring.
I have no idea. It must be one of those long tours. Why
is Taylor Swift out there working herself like that? She doesn't need the money.
Hey.
And touring, no one likes touring like that. I haven't heard, past or present, have anybody who said they love it. Everyone has said touring is not good for you. You don't eat well, you don't sleep well, you're off. Everyone says it. Takes you away, you're different places. I've never heard any Hollywood person, even when they go to do movies and they go away. No one, singers, rappers, no one has ever said touring is fun. So I'm just trying to think, why is Taylor Swift out there working herself? She's starting to be one of the hardest working movies, one of the hardest working people and women in America. Now, Blake Lively, and I say all that to say she just ran across my mind because her and Blake Lively are friends. And I can't see Taylor Swift. I don't know her. But I have never heard anyone who ever said Taylor Swift was mean about anything. And so I'm trying to figure, why would Taylor Swift want to hang around a mean girl? I thought that she was catty. Blake Lively, I'm talking about. Catty. And she's married to Ryan Reynolds. That just don't make sense to me.
It doesn't.
I don't understand it. Let's see if we can find out. Card representing her. Okay? That's what it picked. So, whatever it does, it has something to do with work and perfection. It has something to do with working and moving on and perfection. In other words, wanting something to be done right. Wanting it, what is that word? Perfectionist. There, that's what I'm getting. So, dissecting this a little bit, everything I say is allegedly, but dissecting this is letting me know that when it comes down to her craft, this is what I'm interpreting. When it comes down to her craft, this is something that she's meticulous about. Like, it's something that she's meticulous, like it's something that she's tidy about. This is something she's anal. She's anal about it. That makes sense to me right there. Yeah. I'm kind of getting it. Okay, here we go. Okay, yeah, because it's like okay, let me see, this is what I'm saying. This is the 8 of Pentacles, and this is the 2 of Wands. And it's because it's the way she wants the world to see her. And I'm getting the impression, I want you to see my work. You understand? And what I'm kind of getting is my work ain't got nothing to do with my personality. I like it the way I like it. It's like she's a visionary. You know, I'm just getting the impression when Blake does a movie, she immerses herself. You know, she can be mean or rude. She immerses herself because she wants to perfect the art of her character. Does that make sense? That she's playing.
Right.
Which it could be very difficult for people because you're snobbish on one hand and you're a perfectionist when it comes down to your craft. Now, if I look at it from that angle, I could see where her and Taylor Swift could be compatible. They had that tick, that perfectionist, that thing in them where they drive for it's like instant gratification, but where they strive to be perfected, to be perfect at what they do. You understand? Mm-hmm. And those that are not or don't get it, it's just it's foolery to me. Mm-hmm. You understand? Separating the work and not interviewing you. Like if you're interviewing me, the play is over, I'm here to promote. Don't ask them questions. Like just beyond it. But I think it has something to do with the perfectionist. Mm-hmm. I don't even think that she's aware. But we're going to get into it. Does that make sense? I'm cracking this code as I'm getting into it. Okay, now, you know, when I see stuff like this, it's speaking. Because here to my left, I see a 2 of Wands. But the difference here, this 2 is holding the world. And like I said, I say here, this is who she is. She's a worker. She's a thinker. You see, there's a lot of energy going on here. So she's a worker. She's a thinker. And she cares about how the world sees her. She cares about that. So she's going to perfect the art. And then again, you see her looking out in the world. I think that because she doesn't care what people think about her. I'm getting the impression she like, I don't care what you think about me. I don't care about this interview person. I don't care. If you offend me in any way, I don't have to deal with that. I've done my job. I've done my job well. It's as well as she can do because this is an 8. But that's still high. That would be a B in reality, correct? Mm-hmm. So she's B'ing it up. You understand? And she put her heart in it. It's like she becomes the character. So when she's not out of character and she's being Blake, she's, what can I say? She's inconsiderate. She don't mean to be. You understand? She don't mean to be inconsiderate. It's just she's so removed. She's so removed. Remember, they live in a stratosphere. They live in money world. It's like, if I never work again, I don't have to. I do this because that's what I'm saying. This is coming through. A message is trying to break through here. Because, you know, I'm asked, why is Taylor Swift still working? Why do you sign these contracts? You could be like Beyonce. You could do like, I'm doing 10 shows and that's it. That's my world tour, 12 shows.
Yes,
but you've been working for the last 2 years with Beyonce. And you're still, why? It's that they care about what the world see about them. They care about that. They don't care what you or I think individually, but what the world thinks. And like here, what the world think about my work. What the world think about that. How the world sees me as an actress, because they're gonna pride on that. Like, that's my pride. So it's like, and Taylor Swift is what my show is gonna be like, what my songs are gonna be like. Is my voice gonna be right? They pride on their skills or their talent.
Right.
That's what they have in common. I hope I made that make sense. Because here again, you see, she's standing up, looking out in the water. What? Like, it's like their talent is what brings them together. I don't know if that. What do you say, baby? Because you see me struggling. Their talent, like their art.
Yeah, I'm not sure until we get the full picture, but it's coming together.
Here's another one.
I'm almost scared if she has fire beneath her.
Let's try to find out. No.
Okay, that's good at least.
No. I'm telling you, it's all this creative energy, because that's what fire is. And you see fire and earth. It's like they together. I think Lord was with them. I don't know if she's doing. It's like this creative energy, this earthy, creative energy. They don't care about, they care, but not enough. But we're talking about Blake Lively right now. I don't care what you think about me. What I care about is this picture. I'm here talking, this, I'm just trying to paraphrase, getting a thought. I'm here, I'm channeling a thought. I'm here to promote the picture. And you're going to talk about my baby bump? That's like foolishness. I'm here to talk about one thing and you noticing my baby bump? It's like the foolery of it. I don't, baby Crones, is it coming through? Is it trying to get legs and walk? This is what they have. And it comes off very snobbish. It comes off very condescending. But honestly, I don't really think, because Ryan Reynolds can be like that. But he does his in a joke. And I guess if you're around that all the time, that's just the way you are. I don't even think that she's aware of it.
Yeah, that could be true.
This is what the reading has said. Because here on the 4, you see, this is just somebody that just being in their natural. Chill. She can be cool. I mean, they know how to cut you off. Her and Parker Posey showed that lady, look, we in a clique here. I don't need to know why you mad. All I know, she put in, we in mode right now. I'm following the leader. Another one. I don't know. So let me get into this. So all this energy.
There's definitely not any emotions in water, like you said. That's for sure. Every element but water.
But it's water in the picture.
God, you're right. But it's so far off in the distance.
It's so far. You're right. But it's far up in the distance. It looks close, like a mirage. But again, I see the 9 of Wands and I see the 4 of Wands. So what does that tell me? That just tells me they're not happy. I'm going to speak of Blake. She's not happy. She's not happy. I don't want to say something keeps her up at night, but I will say it's something hidden.
Okay.
Is it your marriage? Is it Blake marriage? No. fire show. Is it your career? Okay. It's a career. Like they having a baby is not the marriage, no.
Mm.
So it's her career. What about it? We see the hermit. How old is Blake Lively? Because the hermit shows up and is facing.
She's 36.
Okay, I get it. See, she's facing the hermit.
Mhm.
The hermit is a wise one, the ancient of days. The hermit is the light bearer, the seeker, the one that separates himself from all the crap. He lives alone. He's a hermit. You know, he's wise. He seeks answers. Here, when I see the light is held up in a desert place, and yet it's cold because you see he's up real high because he's like almost up to the sky, and he's got the light, and you see snow-capped mountains. So what is this signifying? And then he's facing the tower. So what are you saying? Let's run card. Back to the work again, because I see the 6 and I see the giving and the balancing. Okay, talk. I see the world card. Okay, so what does the world have to do with it? The world means completion. So is this about getting older? Is this about getting older? And maybe you don't get work like you used to. So is that what you're saying? Okay, so I'm gonna say the cards are at least leading me to believe that they're getting older.
Okay.
And as far as the acting is, I guess jobs don't come like they used to. You know, and they have to accept their mortality. They're getting older. You know, and maybe that and having babies and losing their beauty, they're still beautiful, but you know,
Right.
and so it's something that they deal with. Let's put this in perspective. I deal with my mortality. You deal with your mortality, and we're 2 different ages apart.
Mm-hmm.
How can that change a person unless a person feels threatened of losing their beauty?
Yeah.
And not being out there in the world like that?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Say something, baby.
Uh-huh. Maybe
I'm
not
putting you on the
feeling.
spot.
Maybe not feeling youthful.
Useful.
Huh?
Youthful.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Or feeling desired.
Uh-huh.
And like you said, that could also go with because they're not receiving those jobs and opportunities.
Those accolades.
Yes, it kind of leaves them with
Mm-hmm.
more time to think or
Mhm.
do whatever they do in their free time when they're
Raise
not
their
working.
children. And it's not like, and I think they don't do it because they need the money. I mean, I'm sure they want the money. Don't get it twisted. She married to Ryan Reynolds.
Mm-hmm.
They do it because this is who they are. They get to express themselves. You're going to look at the favor tonight, and then you'll get a good idea of who she is.
Okay.
It's only when we start asking the questions do the deep stuff come in. I'm thinking she's not happy with something about herself.
Could be that
Maybe
she's
she's,
aging.
huh?
And so, like you said, it could be that she's aging.
Aging, or it could be she suffered with some kind of depression, and yet the cards are leading me. It's a victory card in here. I must be right about this. It's something that had to do with aging, or maybe they don't get roles or songs don't come like they used to. You know, the world we're living in is changing.
Yes.
You know, and so they're not as out there as they once were. So when they get these jobs, they still think they the creme de la creme, and they still feel that they can do what they used to do. And now they coming out to a world that says, no, we don't need that. We don't need your education. You know, you know what I mean? Like the world has changed, and it's saying we don't need to put up with you within the last 5 years. We don't need to put up with your snobbish attitude. People don't go to the movies as much like they used to.
No.
And when they do, a movie don't stay long. So it's like what you have is they are staying the same when things are changing, and they're coming out into a world that says we don't need your birth control. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, like you can't control us with their snobbish ways. It's like it's not fitting. And it's like now you're going to have to learn to come to us and apologize to us now. The it girl season is over. Like the Kardashian time. It's like the world is changing and they're still doing their antics, and it's not welcome. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Woo, child, did I fight to get it? Woo, can you terminize it and can you put it in your words, and then I know that the audience got it. I fought for that piece of nugget. Woo, that was channeling energy. Woo.
You sure did work for that.
I worked for that answer, but go ahead, baby.
Just like she worked for her image.
Right.
But what I will say about Blake Lively, what's going on with her life is it definitely kind of looks stressful, maybe about her career. And that could be affecting her or making her go within herself to think and reflect on herself.
And like I said, that those antics that they did, like I said, I don't know, talking about people, being rude, that is just not accepted in this season we're in. And so it's like they're not mean girls. They starting to be mean women. We're not winking at it anymore. And because of it, that's where they're from. That's how they're like the Valley Girl. They're like the It Girl. They're like the girls in season. You understand? And if they will turn Kim Kardashian, the whole Kardashian clan, and what's the other one there who's pregnant by Dustin Bieber?
Hailey Bieber.
Hailey Bieber. They don't care. They go after anybody and maul you. And I don't think that she wants that. You understand? Because you're just getting an example of it is not acceptable. And if the people don't like you, Hollywood is not the same. So it's not like you can be a jackass and they're going to put you in their movie because the public don't like you. You want to know a portrait? Jennifer Lopez.
Yes.
I wouldn't put her in not one movie I made right now.
No.
Why? Because the public don't like her. So if they don't like her, they're not going to see it. They're not showing up to our concert. They'll just say, oh, that movie corny.
Yes, they will.
And this is the season in which we're living in. Everyone is so sensitive. Just like that reporter who did the report that she did, and she asked her, I said, your baby pump? She said, I said, your baby pump. That stuff will not be accepted.
Yes, not today.
Because that lady said, I want an apology, but I don't think I'm going to get one. See, it's a different season. Once upon a time, they could be mean like that, and no one said anything. And you walk away, and you feel bad. Look at Jennifer. She's the poster girl for it.
Yes, she is.
It's not acceptable. They will attack anybody. With social media the way it is, every secret thing is being uncovered. And now, Blake, they don't give a John Brown hootenanny how beautiful you are in your movies. Because the Blake Lively that I see in the movie is a beautiful Blake Lively versus the one in real life.
Yes.
It's amazing what cameras and light and makeup and all that do. I'm not saying she's unattractive or anything. So I'm just saying it's just not acceptable behavior. We're living in a different culture and we're living with the Gen Zs. Is that who you people are?
Yes, Gen Z. But Gen Alpha is right behind us.
I don't know what they're gonna be like. They're gonna be more softer. I don't know what they're gonna be.
I don't know what they're going to be like.
Give it another 5 years, it'll be clear.
Yeah, they already got some wacky slang. I'm concerned.
But I definitely know you better be worried. Be kind. So far, everyone you work with just about don't like you, Blake. This behavior is, and you should be worried. Because they don't want you. And they're not going to tolerate you. And especially if you get people that don't want to work with you. This is not good. That behavior, which was good back in the early 20s, 20,000, is not good. Coming into the the 25th century. I mean, the 21st century, but the 25th year of the 21st century, these things are rapidly changing. Mm-hmm. So you mean girls, you better go somewhere and hide and check yourself. Check yourself. And like I said, and you know, they could be, that's just what they do because they so removed, but nobody cares about that no more.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yes, people want you to care now.
They want you to care. Have feelings. We overload, but this is not welcome. And just that alone can handle the movies because they're even saying that the man, that the leading role that you work in, he don't even like you.
Yikes.
You understand? Mm-hmm. The girl, when she played in The Favor, you'll see it. The girl that played, I can't think of her name, she don't like her. This is terrible.
Yeah, that's terrible.
So it's not the people. It's her and her perfected way of wanting to shine and wanting it to look great. You know what I mean?
She comes off difficult. And you don't want to be labeled difficult in Hollywood.
And they come off also like they're liberal, like they liberated women.
Oh.
You know, don't they come off like real women hear us raw? You know, that's just not etiquette. You're going to have etiquette. That mean girl stuff is not flying here in the United States, and it's just going to get worse because they will blackball you now.
Yes, nowadays people want you to be a girl's girl.
Well, yeah.
Which means a girl that looks out for other girls.
Yeah. So now that I know that I'm on the right track and everything it seems like it's okay in her life because I got positive cards. But that behavior is just not going to pay off for you. It's not. You have to, you know, a pretty face and you're 36 years old. You're aging out in Hollywood. That's on her mind. She's aging out.
Yeah.
And that snobbish attitude. Not cool, girl. Not cool. You know. But overall, is her marriage good? It's steady. Yes, they proud. She's proud of her marriage. I see her sitting there. You know, the marriage is steady. They have their issues, but it's overall it's steady. You know, also I see, you know, it's good life. It always showed that, you know. But it's steady, it's sturdy, and they have their accolades, and they are proud, and they are a couple. Yeah, you know, but she could be a little caught up in it, a little too caught up thinking you're a little bit more than what you are. You're just one of the fortunate ones, one of the ones that are blessed, one of the ones that was born with a platinum spoon. See, some people are born with platinum, some people are born with gold. Some people are born with silver, and some people are born with wood. And now, some people are born with stainless steel.
You are right.
You understand? And she was born with a platinum spoon in her mouth. And I don't think Taylor was born with a platinum spoon. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure.
She probably was born with a silver spoon. You was born with a silver spoon. Well, anyway, there are a lot of spoons out.
Yes, there is, and a lot of metals.
And a lot of metals. And you got to understand, each spoon describes platinum. There's nothing outside of platinum. And I think that's Blake. But she is seeing in the new age that the people see who you are. And it's shining. See, we can't hide.
Mm-hmm.
And because of that, it's going to interfere with your career. So you should be careful and you should be afraid because it's not acceptable. And I hope that because of that your movie is good. Because if it's not, nobody's going to want to hire you. And I'm speaking truth. I channeled for this.
Yes, you sure did.
This just didn't come. This was like me coming in this. And I just see her career on the line because of her bad way. Now Hollywood is evolving. Which you mean movies are coming in the movie, stay in the movie for a month, 6 weeks, and gone.
Mm-hmm.
Next thing you know, they on Netflix or some other streaming TV. It ain't the same. And all this snobbishness and holding your nose up, it is not acceptable. And the generations are not dealing with it. You are aging out. You are an old model. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
At 36 years old, your body is dying eggs. Like they're not even producing. You are aging out. I don't care how well you know.
Yes, that's true.
You got to deal with the 25-year-old because they're taking your place and they're eager. And guess what? They're eager and they want it and they worked hard for it and they will take it. So you can play a mother. Your roles are going to reduce. I'm telling you, this her snobbish ways. And the cars are saying she's snobbish, but it's something that I don't even think she's aware of, but she's aware of it now. She wasn't, but she is. And it's going to get in the way of her career. It's already had because we're talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
TMZ, everywhere I look at it, everyone is talking about Blake Lively's bad behavior.
Yes.
And you don't think these producers and movie makers and shakers don't hear that? You're an aged out model. I can get somebody younger, prettier, that don't have no children, not married, and pay them less.
Mm-hmm.
I can get a Blake Lively lookalike. They can do this now. Shoot, they can generate AI with you.
Yes.
So they don't need it. So it's a humbling experience, and I think this is humbling for her. Even though, because what you call it has been humbled. What's her name? Taylor Swift.
Yes.
With Kanye, she done been through this. But Blake Lively, you've been hiding, and the world gets to see who you are, and they don't like you as a person. So you better check it and get it right, because if the world don't like you, then Hollywood won't like you. But she knows this. This has been a humbling experience for her. Even though she's like it, it's just not what you like somebody to be talking about you, and she hear what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And your husband out there that is so beloved.
Yeah.
That don't look right. You're a snob and your husband is the sexy Ryan Reynolds and he's sweet, at least appeared to the public. Mm-hmm. And you're not good eye candy.
Nope, not at all. So
you got to check it in and bring it in. And what was this reading about? Is Blake Lively a mean girl?
Mm-hmm.
A mean woman. I don't want to say mean, inconsiderate, snobbish, because of the platinum. Last, is she going to change her ways?
Okay.
Yes. I see her coming in with some cups. Yes. Yes. It's a struggle, but yes. Yes. I see more up than down. And last, yes. It won't be easy to humble herself. But yes, I see cups. And I see cups is about love and emotions and feelings. So yes, And then I see pentacles because this is her job, right? She
Mhm.
want to make that money, so she's going to have to bend. She's going to have to change her ways. She's going to have to if she wants to get along. And so you're going to have to hide that mean streak in you. You're going to have to humble yourself. And the cards are saying, yeah, she's going to turn her back on her old ways. If she want to work, and compete with her husband who's out there, you know? So, you have any questions?
No.
Well, I hope that made sense. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, it's good.
So, yes, she is. So, my question was, is Blake Lively a mean girl? She's a mean woman. Not mean, but inconsiderate.
Mhm.
And when we're inconsiderate of others, that's what make us mean. That's what we call mean. Mean fall under a whole lot of categories.
Yes.
Mean is a big word.
Mhm.
So inside of mean is being inconsiderate of other people's feelings because you don't need the job. You're here to promote a picture. This is all a part of your job. And you're like living, I don't need to deal with this. But you do. Because this is the culture we're living in now.
Mhm.
It doesn't, and it's going to get worse. It's not dealing with the rudeness. And now that the world sees that you are not a nice person, you're going to have to change your ways.
Mhm.
What do you think?
Yep, the year of celebrities getting exposed.
Yeah, the years of everybody being exposed. And I was so shocked to hear that, though. Well, when we look at the favor and you get to see how she act, you draw your opinion. And
okay.
I thought she was a very good actress. And I like her, and I thought she's very pretty. But like I said, she's getting older. And I think I saw her, if it's not her, it's someone else, that she was outside and she believed in grounding herself. You know, if it's not her, it could be somebody else. I'm getting it mixed up. Well, anyway, all I gotta say is she doesn't want to be seen as a mean woman because she's inconsiderate of other people's feelings. And being that way and shutting people off and cutting people out and cutting people down, it's just not acceptable. And Hollywood, the veil is being lifted off of Hollywood. And a lot of these ways and behaviors is just not going to be accepted. What is your generation?
Generation Z.
That's you, Zen?
Yeah.
Just Z?
Yeah, Gen Z.
Gen Z, and the one who's coming after you?
Gen Alpha.
It's just a different age. You're aging out. And it's just like these young ones don't want to deal with an old mean lady. You mean old lady. That's how they see you now. Am I right?
Yes.
So you're a mean old lady, Blake. So you're going to have to change if you want to work in this Hollywood business. And it shows, and it could just be, that's just the way she's just so long being that way. But it's just not accepted. I can't stress that enough. I hope that you enjoyed this reading about Blake Lively. And if she doesn't, her name won't be Lively.
No, it will not.
You understand? So she has to change because Hollywood is required a change of everybody. And with that being said, if you like this and you got through it and you came this far with Blake Lively, the mean woman who's mean because she's inconsiderate of other people's feelings and she's sensitive.
Mm-hmm.
She gets a thumb down, right? Mm-hmm. So, but if she were to lift up her spirit and be kind, it's not too late for her, right? Mm-hmm. So with that being said, if you came this far, please thumb us up. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And with that being said, we see you soon. Have a wonderful, wonderful night. Sunflowers!